EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In it to win it. Keep it up.
Moore, the man in motion. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Cardinals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Move those chains. Keep it moving. Kill him, offense. Let's go home. Let's go.
Brown goes in motion left. This is Hines. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Murray going to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Levis now on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shot.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack, trying to get away but could not. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, Levis. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Seahawks 7, Cardinals nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
More of the motion man right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And the tight end goes in motion left. And keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Murray on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Back to throw, it's Levis. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. push him back 8 yards and time on second down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season. A sack in the opener, and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Levis on third down. And that is incomplete.
We've got all sorts of ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series. They're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Hamler now on the return. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 9. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Come on, boys. Here we go. Yeah, let's go. Boys, focus. Teamwork makes the dream work. Here we go.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Murray. Flushed out right. He's got the connection to Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. There's a nice move. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks 20-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey. Right there, baby. Get 6.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Robbie Chosen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down?
There he goes left side. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Those wide receiver screens like that, isn't that what they said they wanted to implement more in the game plan this week?
They certainly did because they felt like they had an advantage with their receivers out in open space. They thought they could make the first guy miss like a punt returner and then pick up nice blocking downfield.
Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Quick slant to Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Levis looking to throw.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Levis to throw off play action.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Levis going back to the air.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with 1 more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now Levis. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
And his kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. An injury stoppage here and a lot of worried faces on that offense and on that sideline as Kyler Murray is in some discomfort. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the... It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now, Levis. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
And Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And that'll bring up second down. Levis sets up to throw here. It's caught. Rocket escapes the defender. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
And this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Levis to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now because of the sack, it's third and goal from the 14. Here's Levis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shot. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards.
They went with ever popular RPO on that play, but they often tell their receivers, as soon as you get the ball, you got to be like a punt return. You got to make the first guy miss on your own, because if you do, big plays like that can result. He went a long way before they caught him.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Touchdown, Cardinals. Gerald Everett, 30 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken a third-quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, He knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after here coming up. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That puts a good dent into their 1st down setback. It's a pickup of 16. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 63 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Levis out of the shotgun now. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run with Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
More the motion man right. Here's Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
It's complete to Brown, right side. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now Metcalf going to get a chance to run. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Green Jack. Ball red. Ultra. Go Ultra. Black Ultra.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Levis. Going deep for Walker. Touchdown! Kenneth Walker, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
There you go. You know it, baby. You know it all day long.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 96 yards. And the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Levis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is Pinion trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Levis looking to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Levis on 3rd down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.